Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing well. Hi Retro Gamer and Ephinea, good to see you. So today we're actually doing PSO, can you believe it? It feels like weeks and weeks since I played. I think because we only tend to play it during like rare drop weeks now or events. It feels like forever since I played it, but hi Nimble Sulfate, good to see you. PSO video got me to follow you on Twitch and a few friends as well. Oh, thanks for that. I'm glad the videos are helpful as well. Hi Disaster, good to see you. Yeah, so we're actually going to do some PSO and there are reasons for it. So first of all, it's Rare Drop Week. Rare Drop Week is always a good time to play. Second of all, the Valentine's event is currently underway. It is a very, very minor event if you haven't done it before, but it does help a little bit towards getting rares, I guess. So, you know, combine the two, maybe we can get something. As usual, if you do want to join us, feel free to join us. We're on the Ephinea server, and we'll play on the European Ship Luma race on Block 2, Lobby 21. The password to the games is usually stream, if you do want to join. Just while we're getting started, there will be a video going live tomorrow. This again is going to go live to everyone at the same time. It's just going to be a NGS guide about the new Neon City area. I wanted to get that out while it was still relevant, so that will go live tomorrow. There will also be a couple of changes coming up. So first of all, on channel side, we have some new emotes on Twitch. They're not on YouTube at the moment because YouTube with animated emotes just doesn't seem to be a thing from what I can tell, which seems mad, but they are live on Twitch at the moment and they are also on the Discord as well, so feel free to use those. Those emotes as well, if anyone is interested, they were created using a program called Emote Lab, which is on Steam. It's in early access at the moment. It basically allows you to create animated emotes really, really easily. There is no AI involved with it or anything, so it is just a very, very small dev team working on it. So I would encourage you to go and support that if you're interested. So that's where the new emotes have come from, so enjoy those. On Wednesday, we will be doing the usual front mission stream, so hopefully go a bit further in that. But yeah, I thought for today, with it being Rare Drop Week and with it being the Valentine's event as well, seems like a good time to do PSO. Just for anyone who's not familiar with the Valentine's event, how it works, there's no like big event or anything for this. You get the Valentine's lobbies. The only real difference is that you get a small rare drop bonus depending on how many people are in your party. So if memory serves correct, I think it's a 5% boost with 2 players, a 10% boost if you have 3 players, and a 15% boost, I think it is, with 4 players. Additionally, you might know that each character class has their own individual luck forecast every day on Ephinea, which gives you a very, very small increase to luck as well. Those luck increases at the moment will add up across your party. So let's just say that everyone had a 5% luck increase, which is unlikely, but if everyone had a 5% luck increase, then you would get an extra 20% rare drop rate at the moment. I believe as well that on Valentine's Day itself, I think there's an experience boost on that day as well, but only for that day. So for all intents and purposes today, it's just a little bit of extra rare drop rate. It's usually 3 and 2, yeah, I think there is a 5%, but I can't remember if that's only for single player or if it's only for multiplayer. But yeah, the boosts are normally very, very small. What's boosted today? Hue Cast, Raycast, Phonium, and Format. Nice. So basically the classes I don't really play. I mean, I've got a Raycast, but not so much the others. And we also have had a RBR reset as well, which is Anomalous Ordeal 2, Anomalous Ordeal 5, and War of Limits 3. Don't know how good they are. I think Anomalous Ordeal 2 might be interesting maybe on yellow balls because I think it does have mines enemies in it. And it seems to have a really decent rate of potentially getting Sinnohs to spawn, so maybe that's worth running on yellow. Anomalous 5 I really have no idea about, I've never run it. And War Limits 3 seems really good for Gorons and not much else. I guess Lizards maybe as well. So it's not a great RBR this week, which is always the case. Also, thank you for the follow, Akisucks. Or Akisux, whichever you want to go with. And thank you to Miss for the 25 stream streak. So yeah, I guess I suppose the good thing is with Rare Drop Week we do have the typical fallback quests. You know, we've got things like TDF, we've got, you know, RT, we've got XR'd. We can just run those if there's nothing else in the RBR quests, I guess. I will say I wouldn't mind trying one of the anomalous quests just to see what it's like. Anomalous 5 looks interesting. I mean, I'm happy to try it. I don't think I've ever ran it. So the anomalous quests, basically the way they work is there are a couple of set spawns, but most of the enemies are on like a random spawn. So there's like a percentage chance for the spawn to be a certain enemy type. Which means they're not really great for farming stuff because they're quite unreliable. But you could get lucky, I guess. Also, good to see a picker as well. Anomalous 5 is 100% chance based, okay. It kind of depends what they tend to like trend towards, because I tend to find that some of the enemies will have much higher percentage rates. You like those odds? It's Seaside and Control Tower, fantastic. Long time since done the Valentine's event. Yeah, I mean, it's not really one you need to do. Generally, it is a very minor one on PSO. I mean, there's not even a rare monster for Valentine's because Love Rappy, I guess, would be the closest, and that's all you're around anyway, apart from the events. So yeah, it is essentially just the slight rare drop increase, more or less, and then the experience boost on Valentine's Day. And the lobbies, obviously. So yeah, I mean, I guess we can get started. So we have, what, 6 people so far? Yeah, we're 6 people, so we'll do 2 teams of 3 potentially. We have a lot of androids. So yeah, I guess the implication with this is we just want to try and play as a party just so we get the slight extra rare drop boosts. I know you get a bit more with 4 people, but I don't really want to do 4 and 2 because I think it's too unfair to the team that has 2 people. You can always switch if needed. I've got nothing against casts. So I mean, I'm happy to try Anomalous 5 if people want to try that, just to see what it's like. It might be the only time we ever run it. Oh, banner. Heart of Sorcerer's getting nice. Yeah, it is also a Clanker that has found it. See, I just said we like casts. Down for whatever, cool. Yeah, so I guess what we can do is maybe we split into 2 teams of 3. I mean, I can certainly make one of the anomalous quests, I guess. I mean, if I do it on purple, then my guess is maybe a chance of maybe Heaven Punisher, maybe. We've got no idea what's going to spawn in these quests, that's the problem. You could get 0 America rolls. Yeah, so Viridia looks good for Seaside and Tower. I mean, Viridia works as well. Always a chance for a Naze Claw, you know? Well, do you want to do... What, do you want to do 1 Viridia? Yeah, if we do 2 parties, I suppose we could do 1 Viridia... What, 1 Viridia and 1 purple, maybe? But I've got no idea what this quest's like. It could be horrendous. Or we could do 2 Viridias. That's also an option. I mean, I think with purple, and what's the good drops? You've basically got Heaven Punisher. I guess Dressplate is there, potentially, if it's CCA, but... yeah, I mean, I'm happy to go another Viridia run if you want to do 2 Viridias. Yeah, sure, sounds good. I do not have a Viridia at the minute, so I should probably change that. I deliberately didn't make a Viridia on Ephinea because my level 200 on the Sega servers was a Viridia, so... yeah, so there is 2 quests up, so... both of the Anomagous. Either of these quests, so feel free to just join whichever one you want. I will try and balance it out because we ideally want someone with Shifter and D-Band in each party. Well, I guess, yeah, we've got at least 2 forces. Also, thank you for the follow, Velon. Alright, so what we've got, so we've got a 4-mal in one team, and we've got a Huxil and a Raycast in the other. So you probably want one of the forces to join the one with the 2 casts. Ideally, just so they've both got Shifter and D-Band. So I will join this one, just so there is a Ranger in there as well. And the password, it should be that stream. It should be anyway. This is balancing out quite nicely, actually. Hi, Zale, good to see you. Alright, so we've got 3 in there. And good to see you as well, Drac. Oh yeah, I will join this one, just to make sure there's a... we might be able to do 2 teams of 4. You know, if people want to play. I mean, I'm not going to force people to jump on PSO, but... Hi, Joseph, good to see you. I will join here. Gonna eat first, no worries. You'll join next run, nice. Yeah, we're just trying Anomalous 5 just to see what it's like, because I don't think I've ever run it. Do I have any escape dolls? 1, that'll do. I don't even know if I've done Anomalous Ordeal 2. I probably have, because I think I've done some of the episode 1 quests. But I seriously don't think I've ever done this quest. Ever. Hopefully it's not too horrendous. I mean, it does have tower, so... that was a dramatic zoom in. Just give it a second. I don't know why it does that. I don't know if it does that for anyone else, but for some reason... I have no idea why, but for some reason when I warp to Seaside, I always have like a long black screen there. It's only Seaside that does it. Yeah, so I think this quest is partially CCA and partially Tower, so we decided to do Viridia. Oh, it's the same for you as well, Drac. And Sarek as well. Good to see you as well. That's good. No, I'm not the only one, man. Wait, you're not a CCA enemy. What are you doing here? Hi, hot 0527. Oh, plantain leaf, big raz, big raz. I like the commitment to using it as well. It's a very weird quest so far. It's been entirely CCA enemies apart from like literally a couple of squids. What's the actual rare drop rate anyway at the minute? Helps out on the spell. 173% rares at the minute. That's not bad. What an anomalous ordeal. Good news so far is that pretty much everything that's spawned is weak to dark, so that is fantastic. If you do Anomalous Ordeal 2 yellow, you'll see Lane from Cinered 1 in 800 with a full party using Forecast. Jeez. Yeah, I know a few people on the Ephinea Discord were saying that AO2 on yellow is really, really good. I think it's because I think the chance of getting Sinnohs is quite high. Oh, I did it yesterday with Ziggy. What's up, G? What's the move today? The move is what you're seeing on stream. Yeah, we'll probably do Anonymous Ordeal 5, and then maybe after that, maybe we might try 2 just to see what it's like. So these quests are a little bit RNG because the mobs are kind of percentage based with what spawns. War Limits 3 it isn't bad. I mean, I suppose if you want drops from Gorons, another popular one from Gorons is the Purple Num drop for the Yas9K. I can't think if there's any other good Goron drops though, that's the thing. I think Purple is definitely the main one. I guess Skyly gets Chainsword from them, I think. So I guess if you wanted to farm a Chainsword with it, maybe. Yeah, they have very strange quests, these. You can kind of tell that it's random spawns just because a lot of the spawns just don't really make much sense. I'm convinced there is some kind of conspiracy though, but every time there's rare drop week that we get terrible RBR. I guess AO2 is pretty good for this one, but it just feels like every time we have rare drop week, we always get the weird quests. We'll probably get like Phantasmal World 3 on Experience Week or something, because that's what normally happens. Okay, so it's very easy so far. Alright, it's tower time. That took way too much hell to kill. Just finished the Dark Falls Vile fight in NGS, was actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. Yeah, Vile's pretty good. It's kind of funny because, so, when Vile first launched in NGS, he was obviously added as like an urgent quest. And he was tied to story progression. So once that urgent quest became irrelevant, no one really ran it anymore, and what they normally do is they take the urgent quest out of rotation if it's not like a one that gets ran much. So Vile came out of rotation. I think Sega didn't realize that by doing that, they'd essentially lock people out of finishing story, because there is a requirement so far for your story where you have to beat that quest, and you couldn't do it because it wasn't running. So they've recently re-added it again. Yeah, I like most of the boss fights in NGS. Obviously, Luther is by far the best, but yeah, most of the bosses are pretty fun. Oh god. Yeah, I guess that is the downside of having random spawns. I suppose those guys can just show up anywhere. I feel like it's a rite of passage at this point that if you're joining the PSO streams, you have to suffer through tower at some point. Get demons. Well, it's only one in 11,656 for Nair's Claw, so that's basically easy. It's pretty much guaranteed at this point. Yeah, easy, Raz, easy. Oh, I didn't see you right at the back. Can I tag you from here? No, but I can get the Ilgil. Such great odds. Yeah, you do all of this, you know, 4-player party during the Valentine's event, during Rare Drop Week, during RBR, and it's still 1 in 11,000. Think that better odds with Blue Get a Blue Lou? Maybe. Oh, it's only 1 in 60,000 for a Psycho Wand. It makes no sense, that drop at all. Now, why is the Viridia drop so much worse? It's from the same enemy. Yeah, because I think Blue Get a Blue Lou, I think normally is what, 1 in a bit over 8,000? I mean, it's still terrible. I actually leveled up. Well, 183, so I guess that means I'm effectively halfway to 200 now. We're halfway there. It doesn't feel too bad so far. This feels like a nice balance between the West and East Tower quest, which have no enemies whatsoever, and Twilight, which is just ridiculous. I would like to point out that I have not committed to hunting Naresclaw. It's just that someone offered Viridia Tower. Just 2 seconds, guys. Sorry about that. Getting run over by an Epsilon to join the quest group. Yeah, it's like the initiation. You have to experience Tower. Okay, I can't interact with that. I mean, I don't know why they put it there if you can't do anything with it, but okay. Really like the second phase music and the credits song after the ending to Chapter 6. The latter was great and reminded me a lot of the base PSO 2 episode ending credits songs, which I really liked. Yeah, I think they did pretty well with Vile, honestly. The only thing that kind of bugged me about it is the fact that they did the build up to Vile, they did the Vile fight and everything, we had the nice like ending and everything, but it kind of felt like it didn't really amount to much after. Oh, anti-android rifle, nice. I don't know why that didn't hit me, but okay. I'll take that. Yeah, I think for me with NGS at the minute, I'm really hoping for things with the next like major story update in April. I think that is going to really fix my impression with the game, really, for the most part, because I feel that if that is a letdown, it's far too long a wait to be let down. It needs to be a really good episode. Oh, these guys are up by Heart of Chameleon Scythe. Oh, it's only 1 in 1,400. I mean, I guess it is from a mini-boss enemy, but I mean, that's generous by PSO standards. I don't know if I'd want a Heart of Chameleon Scythe, but I mean, it's there. Yeah, a little bit of a dirty spawn, putting 2 lilies right behind each other. Oof. I did get a very funny comment on YouTube earlier. It seemed innocent enough to begin with. It was just someone asking, they'd clearly got NGS and they were asking basically how to be able to play PSO 2 Classic. But the comment was something like, it was like, oh, how do you play PSO 2 Classic? And then it ended with, because NGS makes me want to barf. Like, ah, okay, I see you're one of these comments. Man, Viridia Tower is really good. There's loads of good drops here. Why have I never done this? The answer to that, of course, is because I was stuck in Skylight Tower. Can I hit that from there? No, not quite. I am sort of free from SGS jail, in that I've got the SGS, but I just need to unseal it now. At least there is like a definitive end for the unsealing. Tyrell's Parasol and Gigu body so far. Yeah, Gigu Bazooka's okay. Tyrell's is a weird one. I mean, Tyrell's Parasol is good. I was thinking of Madame's Parasol, but yeah, Tyrell's Parasol is actually good. It's kind of weird that it's better than Madame's Parasol in pretty much every respect, but way more common. Trying to get Tyrells, they are really, really good. I've got one on my 4 mile, but it doesn't have any percents on it, I don't think. Definitely not hit anywhere. That was extremely rude. Also, for those of you who like the video about finding some of the Uber rares, so obviously I did one for Sealed J-Sword. If you do like those videos, I will be doing more of them for some of the other weapons. So I'd imagine the next one will probably be either Heaven Punisher or Lavis Cannon, or Psycho Wand. Demons is so good in tower. Just find Psycho Wand from Del Lily. Yeah, I should recommend that. Just do White Hill Tower. You'll be fine. Ignore the drop rate. I will say, I do really like the new emotes. The program you make them in, it's a little bit limited at the minute, but it is still in early access, so... Oh, is this Epsilon going to open up near the wall? I do not want that. Oh god, yeah, the shields are getting confused. That's terrifying. Yeah, you don't want Epsilons near the wall. Wouldn't mind Epsi Guard. Yeah, I've never had the path for that drop, so... Which is funny because it's not even that rare. I think there is there's a red ring coating for it as well, isn't there? Although I think for the coating, I'm sure you need about, I can't remember if it's 8 or 10 Epsi Guards, which is ridiculous. So I'm going to assume this quest just goes to the top of one tower, I would guess. Alright, so we're on floor 9, so We'll see. I mean, I've got to be honest, it just kind of feels like a regular tower quest at the minute. Not in terms of East or West Tower, but just any of the other tower quests. The spawn weight doesn't feel too far off. I mean, 1 in 5,800 for Madame's Parasol. It's kind of crazy when the weapon itself is not that great. I mean, it's useful, but it is just entirely outclassed by Tyrell's Parasol. It's really weird. Well, that Giga got shredded. Okay, I'm hoping floor 10 doesn't go too crazy, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I do want to make some more changes to the channel, particularly on the Twitch side as well, so I do want to add more sound alerts and things like that as well. Just having the time to do it at the minute. To be honest, I'll probably give the channel a bit of a makeover at some point as well. I think like things like the starting soon screens and everything, I'll probably change them up fairly soon. So we've had those ones for quite a while now, so... Okay, so it looks like this is wave-based. If on the map at the left-hand side, there's kind of a counter. So it looks like there's maybe, what, 6 waves? Yeah. So that was the end of wave 2. Oh, didn't see that spawn. Okay, there is a lot of death going around, which I'm not a fan of. Okay, I can't say I'm a fan of that Del Biter. I like these quests because of the out of bounds fence counters. It's a really cool idea using that to sort of indicate how far you are through the waves. No idea why he decided to counter me when I didn't attack him, but okay. Just kind of weird because the spawns are random, more or less. I I can't rely on where I think things are going to spawn. So obviously if someone has made a quest with specific spawns in it, it tends to be like a rhyme and a reason to why they put enemies where they do. But with this, there is no rhyme or reason, it's just completely random. Okay, looks like it was it. That's not too bad. I guess it depends on luck to an extent with what spawns you get. I suppose if you get an entire floor full of epsilons, then things are going to be problematic. Yeah, that's not bad. At least a couple of people got drops. You got a mono grinder. Yeah, that's kind of where I am at the minute. Unless RDL 2 is a bit annoying once you get to the mines because you have to ignore the open doors and go for the invisible ones. Okay. Why does it zoom in dramatically? And what is with that weird zoom? It doesn't do that in other quests. Yeah, I honestly can't remember if I've done an Anomalous RDL 2. If I haven't, it's maybe only once or twice. So I don't typically tend to run the Anomalous quest just because if you're running for something specific, I prefer a quest that is like reliable for enemies. Like if I go into a quest and think, I know there are 40 of this enemy in this quest, I'm okay with that because I know how many are going to spawn. But with this, it's really unreliable. Well, I got luck material. I mean, that's something. We in lobby are nice. Yeah, 8,000 Mazetta is a bit stinky, but so the other team, are they still in their run? Yeah, they are in tower, so I mean, I would assume they're close-ish. You need PGF if you feel like we're in RT. I mean, I'm down to do an RT this stream for sure. 70 hit sword is gaining dust. Yeah, so we could do RT. Like I said, I do want to do Anomalous RDL 2 at least once this stream, just to see what it's like. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to do an RT, I guess, if you want to. I'm not sure what the best idea is for it. You're yellow. Yeah, no worries. I think next anniversary, I definitely want to level some characters. I do have a few low levels I definitely want to get into Ultimate, for sure. And I've got a few characters on the other end who need to get to 200, so this character, and I do have a 194 new world as well. I want to get to 200, so I've got things to do. Kind of feel like there's no rare I definitely like specifically want to go for necessarily at the minute. I think the SGS was the main one. Anything else is just nice to have. AFK making breakfast watching the stream, no worries. Yeah, so I guess we can do a yellow RT then. So anyone who wants to do yellow bows respective tomorrow, feel free to join. I just finished now. Oh, nice. Hopefully your run wasn't too bad for Epsilons. Yeah, so all I would say is if you have been in a run, just try and make sure that different people are getting in each of the runs just so we can spread it around a bit. Epsilon hell, oh god, was it terrible for Epsilons? Yeah, we only got a few actually. Wasn't too bad. I hate Megad. Well, I'm going to join this RT game. You got at least 10 Epsilons. Oof. I'm so sorry. That is the downside of those spawn quests. Yes, I'm going to join this. Again, just try and rotate around who's in the games. Yes, I know Asimov was in the last game, so I would just say that maybe after this game, maybe let someone else take the slot, just so we're balancing it. Are we good with 3 casts? Oh god, am I the only caster? You'll dip and join the next one. Yeah, no worries. If you prefer to do that, that's fine. It's just so everyone's getting a chance to be in, that's all. Of course he has a 25 hit charge club. Never have charged Vulcans in the shop though, do you? No. Alright, so we have one more slot for respective tomorrow on yellow bows. And again, the password is stream. Ah, there we go. Oh, thank God I'm not on force duties. Nice. Charge club for the clearly overly rich forces who need to spend money on more than fluids. Yeah, offer all the melee funny worlds. He played the Chaotic Bar original track to see brother earlier. It took him back to a memory of a specific set of sounds he'd hear when I play. Yeah, like the sound font of PSO is very memorable. I mean, they still use a lot of the sounds in NGS even now. There's the sounds and the chimes if you're trying to get the best tech at the techer. Yeah, pretty much. It's even just little things like the menu chimes, like that noise is still in a lot of the later games. Got 50 Dark Parasol, nice. Shame it's not 50 hit, but always the case though, yeah, in the tech you always get the charge weapons for the weapons you don't need. Like, can I interest you in this charge rod? No. I have such nostalgia for this game. Me too, but I mean, I still play it fairly regularly, so good to see you, Frost. Yeah, I don't know how many new people there is, but for anyone who is interested, if you do want to play PSO, there are plenty of private servers for the game that have very, very different experiences on them. Some of them are very similar to the old Sega servers. Some of them are wild. But yeah, just have a look what's out there and just choose what is the experience for you. I will always recommend Ephinea because I really like how similar enough it is to the Sega server without feeling like it's 100% one-to-one. Because there were some things on the Sega servers that I'm glad they changed, so... The desync today seems to be at the worst point I've seen it. Nice. Yeah, Minsk, I think there was a lot of stories like that with PSO. I think a lot of people back in the day, particularly I suppose if they were younger when they were playing, they probably just did hit on anyone with a female character. Hey Shadow, any big roadmap or changes for Ephinea? I like what they did with the bank, etc. There hasn't been too much announced for anything like a roadmap or anything. The only thing we know that they've announced for future content is some changes that are forthcoming for the next anniversary. Again, we don't know too much about that either. We just know that the anniversary event is going to change quite significantly to try and combat people spamming the same quest. But yeah, I think generally with Ephinea, you tend to find that there isn't so much a roadmap. They just tend to update it every so often and you get some cool quality of life. It kind of seems a bit spur of the moment. Yes, Frost, yeah, there was an update a little while back, so you can now just scroll through up to 32 characters on the character menu. That's what I mean about the quality of life changes. Yeah, that would be nice to have, particularly a bigger bank. I don't know why that wall is glitching out so much, but okay. Yeah, the bank is one of the problems with the game at the minute. It is very, very small. Yeah, what they did for a while is you would have your 4 characters on the character screen, but you'd be able to, at the title screen, you can sort of change between different blocks of characters. But they change it so you can just scroll between all 32, which is really nice. Oh yeah, I know you can break the wall. It's just that it's a visual bug with some of the walls in Temple. They kind of flash and glitch out. Yeah, honestly, generally a lot of the quality of life that they do on Ephinea is really nice. Because as much as I love PSO, there were some faults with the game that kind of need to fixing. I think Ephinea have done some good inroads into fixing a lot of those issues. But even just little things as well, like the fact that you can now make the drop rates for the items show up in the monster window. That is a really nice change, so you're not constantly have to check what the drop rates are. Oh damn, I forgot my Cannon Rouge, oh well. Yeah, the pickup thing is really nice as well, so ideally no more accidental photon blasts. That's another really good change. Yeah, 1 in 16, you still never see it. Yeah, it's exactly how PSO works. Yeah, there is a change with the Photon Blasts now, Frost, so basically now you can set it in the launcher. You can have it off if you want to as well, so if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. But basically, most people who play PSO probably know that when you get to a Photon Blast, quite often you will accidentally use your Photon Blast because you'll go to use something on your back palette and you'll accidentally Photon Blast. They've made it now basically so that you can change it so that you have to do a specific button input to access your Photon Blast palette. So if I just press right bumper now, I can touch my back palette fine. But if I had a Photon Blast, I would need to, with the way I've got it set up now, I would have to do right bumper and right trigger to access my Photon Blast palette. So it basically means that you don't accidentally Photon Blast. They've also made it as well so you can also set it so you have to hold a specific button to pick up items on the floor as well. Because again, there is an issue with PSO where, if I show you now, so if I'm stood there and I want to use my center pallet button, I would pick up the item instead of attacking, which is a real problem. Oh, God, hand drop. So they've made it so there is an option where you can set it so you have to hold a button to be able to pick the item up. I don't use that one just because I'm so used to playing normally, but they are really, really nice changes though. I wish God Hand was better, man. But I wish all the fist weapons were better. Yeah, Huxil has the different unarmed combat animation, so... If I'm right, I think they do like a leg sweep instead of the kick. Yeah, that's not bad actually, that's pretty quick. I mean, it's still not amazing. But yeah, I would just say, Frost, if you haven't played for a little while, definitely check in the launch options, because there is a lot of things in the launch that they've added. Sir, you are meant to die to hell. It feels like ages since I've run this quest, honestly. I never really do it. Yeah, I will always recommend Ephinea. I think for me it is my favourite server that I've played. Although, full disclosure, there are some servers I have not played, so... I should stress as well to anyone who is wanting to get back into PSO, if you don't want to play Blueburst, you can still play the other versions as well. Most of them are still online enabled on various different private servers, so don't feel locked into Blueburst, but if you want a game that's got more population, Blueburst is definitely the one to play. This guy's such a weird boss, honestly. In challenge mode, he's one of the most dangerous things ever. Outside of challenge mode, he's kind of a bit of a joke. Nice. Didn't even get to clone. Who Gold Dragon? That drop, what was his drop? I didn't even look. Heavenly TP, oof. Yeah, that is terrible. That's really strange. So I walked into Seaside on this quest and it was fine. Weird. Oh, what we got? Oh, we got a Mahu. Brilliant. Big res. Yeah, I can really feel the red drop wit in full effect here. Oh, another one. I feel like I willed that one into existence. Yeah, Curse of Mahu. You can only break the curse by finding something else. Also, I should say as well, if you are one of the people who like the PSO lore videos, I would really recommend going and checking out Sky's Not the Limits channel as well. He's done a video recently which covers the lore of the 4 legendary swords, so Sanga, Yasha, Kamui, Agito, and he goes into a lot of depth with it. It's a really, really interesting video. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go and check it out. It's actually crazy at how much lore there is on those 4 weapons. Well, 5 if you count SGS. Hey, it's also crazy as well, like how much we miss in the Western version. Just because there is so much mistranslation and stuff cut out in the Western version of PSO. Or just straight up mistakes as well. I know there's one mentioned in the video, which is it's in the description for the Tsumakiri J-Sword. On the Western version, it says that it was owned by Orochi Agito, which makes it sound like Orochi Agito is a person. Which is completely wrong. It's completely mistranslated. Oh, Curse of Mahu. So is that 3 of us cursed, or have all 4 of us been cursed with Mahu? You don't feel left out now. Oh, Drak has escaped the curse. Also, thank you for the follow, Ironborn Yeti, as well. Oof. Yeah, I do want to do some more like PSO focus lore videos for sure. The other thing is, I did mention this in a community post, but I also don't want to feel like I'm treading on other people's channels as well. Which is why I'm pointing out Sky's Not Limits stuff as well, because it's a genuinely really good channel. And it still makes me laugh a lot that there are 2 content creators for PSO called Sky. Yeah, it is kind of sad just how much we miss out on, honestly, with the lore side. You know, a lot of it was only really told in like Japanese books and things like that as well, so we miss out on a huge amount. But was that just an instant kill then on your Huka Seal? That kind of surprises me. I didn't think Huka Seal would have enough health for it. Damn, I guess Uniwell stays winning. Yeah, it is one thing I've really loved about PSO. It's just like how much little like lore tidbits and stuff there is in really specific places, so things like weapon descriptions and so on. Just loads of little extra bits that just help to build up the world a little bit more. Oh, I have been freed from the curse. Well, let's say that. Maybe it's Curse of Guilty Light now. Yeah, the curse is broken. I can never remember in this quest when the Dollbiter is. I know there's one coming. Pretty sure it's here. And somehow, somehow it managed to dodge everything and still hit us. I got a Pata Baron's pig. Oh, nice. I've asked this before, so apologies, but somewhat recently I've acquired a striker unit and a heaven striker. Whenever I make a character for it, is it worth to build the striker unit into mind, or should I just do 45 dex rest into power since I only have one? It depends on what class you're using it on, honestly. I would build it around whatever is the best might build for your class. Don't worry too much about damage for the striker unit. I know obviously by boosting mind on some characters you will technically boost the damage of the Divine Punishment a little bit, but honestly the main benefit of the Divine Punishment for a lot of the enemies is the stagger and like the flinching it does. It is nice on some enemies that have low light resist, but like even casts can kind of make Divine Punishment work, so I wouldn't worry too much about mind. So I would personally just look at the mag guide on Ephinea. Look and see maybe what the min-max build is for high level. So once you're high level, you could run a min-max mag. That way you've got a mag build that is good for your character and still gives you the divine punishment. So on this character, for example, because I have a strike unit on this one, you can see I've got 2 mags. And you can see that if I equip the different mag, I have exactly the same stats because both my mags are identical. I'd only use this for divine punishment. Yeah, for context, I don't use any mind at all on this, and I do fine with it. But the reason I don't have mind on it is because the Rare Mal min-max mag doesn't use mind. So I would focus it more on just building a mag that is useful for your character, rather than necessarily trying to build one that's just a good divine punishment mag. The thing is as well, you know, you might get a good week on RBR as well, where you can hunt another striker unit as well. Because the Heaven Striker Court isn't too bad a drop, particularly if you get a quest that has a lot of Gerta Blulus. You're stressing, didn't want to build it wrong. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, worst case scenario, you know, if you really feel like you've screwed up the mag, getting a new Heaven Striker Court isn't too expensive. Yeah, I'll just boost. Nah, it's good to see Fowler again. Alright, Heaven Striker time. Just remember as well, you might, I don't know if you know this, but even when you've got the Heaven Striker unit with the Heaven Striker, you'll only be able to use Divine Punishment if the first digit of the beat time is even. So effectively half of the day you can use it. The only way you can do it all the time is if you get a Heaven Punisher and get the filter on it. Yeah, so beat time. So this is an interesting one. I don't know if you noticed it, but when you open your menu, you won't be able to see it because the camera. But basically, in the bottom right on the screen, you'll see a thing called Internet Time. That is basically like a revolutionary system that was done in partnership with Swatch, and it was meant to be like a way for people to arrange like meetups a bit easier around the world rather than time zones. And it uses a number system between 000 and 999. PSO has some integrations with beat time, which most notably is things with Divine Punishment. Oh my god, he's getting shredded. He didn't even get to do anything. He just stood there and took it. Alright, Olga, see you later. Yeah, so for the Divine Punishment, if it doesn't work for whatever reason, it's probably because the beat time's not compatible. So basically just look at the internet time. If the internet time starts with an even number and 0 is treated as even for the context of this, Divine Punishment will work. If it starts with an odd number, it won't work. So at the moment, for example, it is beat time 864. So at the minute, Divine Punishment would work. Yeah, I just got Mazetta as well. 1 in 40, by the way. We're getting red ring. Go for it. I have faith. It's really stupid, this quest. You go back to Natasha and she just goes, hey, great, talk to my assistant. But you can't go to the assistant first. Or he says, talk to Natasha. You got the best weapon in the game. We got some amazing drops in that quest. Yeah, we got a Guilty Light, a Mahu. Oh, you got a God Hand, yeah, of course. How could we forget that? Right, do you have anything good? No, of course you don't. Cat feeding time. Yeah, by all means, go feed the cats. No, thanks for the games. You got a PD at least. I mean, it's something. It's like consolation prize, isn't it? At least PDs are useful. Yeah, I say if you want to get around the internet time stipulation, the only way you can do it on Ephinea is to get Heaven Punisher, not Heaven Striker, which is obviously a lot harder. And then there is an item you can get called Divine Filter, which requires a few items to make it. And if you use a Divine Filter on the Heaven Punisher, that will make it so it does Divine Punishment all the time. I should stress that's not a thing that existed on the official servers. So if you are playing outside of Ephinea, you're kind of stuck with how the Heaven Punisher and Heaven Striker are. There were a few other weapons that were tied to internet time as well, but some of them have had their link with it changed on Ephinea. So the Valentine and the Morning Glory, their attack power used to be based on internet time as well. So at different times of the day, there'd be different strengths. They've changed them now so they have their maximum attack power at all times. Although Valentine does still have like a colour change that it does, so it will change colour during the day depending on the bait time. One of the best things they did on the server. It is, yeah, I agree, because like Heaven Punisher really for half the day was useless. It's such a rare weapon. Like, it's not particularly strong, and especially with just a hard attack if you didn't have Divine Punishment. So it was kind of useless. We could go for Valentine, max F4, max attack 4A, or Exard Verudia Oran. No banner. Oof. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the rare drops are definitely doing something. I mean, we're getting... Feels like we're getting like 200% more Mahus, and that's about it. Alright, so how many do we have? We've got 9, but I'm not sure if Vectroid's AFK at the minute. So yeah, I guess we could do... Do you want to do maybe an Exard, and then we could do... Maybe an Normal Sword Deal 2? Just something, try it out. Yeah, we could do 8 or 2 yellow, that sounds good. Oh yeah, Sheriff is feeding the cats as well, yeah, so maybe 7 then. Also, thank you to everyone for joining today as well, regardless of whether you're in chat or in game. Anguish 1, madness. So there is a game open for Yellow Bow's Anomalous Ordeal 2 if anyone wants to join. I'm very curious to see what this quest is. Yes, this will be fun. Minds on Anguish. Yeah, I think we got 3 casts again. I mean, I would say it'd be fine, but I've got no idea what's going to spawn here. Maybe it'll be Sin or Hell. We can try it with 3 casts. I don't mind trying it. Yeah, I think this will be... I think this will be the last event until... what? Will this be the last event until... Easter will be the next one, won't it? Yeah, Easter will be, what, April time? So I guess Easter is like the next major event, I suppose. This again event, it's a very, very minor one, really. It is basically just a drop rate boost, not much else. Oh yeah, we can get Heaven Punisher from the Crimson Assassins here, can't we? I mean, we can't because it's... Oh, hi. Wait, why was your Megid so high level? That Oblily was cheating. Hi Adrian, good to see you. Oh, of course, Anguish, yeah. I forgot that Anguish increases Megid level as well. What have we done? What I would do for an auto mag feeder. I know you can get there is plugins that will kind of alert you when your mag is ready to feed. God, that Megid is so high level. Yeah, mag feeding again is something I just do not enjoy in PSO. Oh, Silence Claw and a Photon drop. I think Demons gets nerfed in Anguish mode as well, doesn't it? Yeah, it's like barely ever triggering. Well, I guess I just got raw damage then. God, Drax rolling Photon drops. Yeah, there are lots of little plugins you can get for Ephinea, and most of them are fine to use as well. I would definitely recommend things like item readers. I forget how much things hurt in Anguish mode. Was it 1 in 83k for a Heaven Punisher? I wonder why that drop is so bad. I mean, assassins are not really common enemies, so it seems weird that the drop rate is that hard. But I guess, you know, I suppose that's kind of the same as like the 1 in 300k Psycho 1 drops, isn't it, from the sorcerers? They make no sense either. Ow. Yeah, 1 in 83,498. Why is it that ridiculous, man? And this is with boosts as well. It's normally 1 in 190,000. Again, this is why I laugh when people say that, you know, NGS drops, you know, are rare. Like the Ash weapons in NGS. Yes, they're rare. They're not 1 in 190,000 rare. I don't really know what the best players here with range, honestly, because I feel like using demons just isn't really working that much. Maybe I just go Baron's Launcher and just go damage. Yeah, enemy counts here feel kind of similar to the episode 2 one that we did. All your partners are cast. Pioneer 2 is overpopulated by casts. I mean, that's why the OPSS incident happened in episode 3. Yeah, it's just how it's turned out today. Just a lot of the IDs are wanting to use people's characters as casts, so I mean, we'll be fine. It's only Anguish 1 as well, so it's not like we're increasing the attack by too much. Probably regret that in Mines, because Mines will probably get wrecked. Oh, Silence Glot. This is a very weird RBR this week. I feel like it's not that often that we get 2 of the random spawn quests in it. Yeah, I think we'll probably play a lot more PSO probably during the Easter event, definitely, because Easter's a pretty good time to play. Obviously during the anniversary we'll play it quite a bit as well. Yeah, the enemies are a little bit too quick in Anguish, so you can't tend to get a full combo off on them now. God, the Megid is so fast. It's actually disgusting. Yeah, you can really tell in Anguish that they reduce the chance of specials working. Because normally these S-rank mechs will just shred things with demons, but not in Anguish. Lilies are always annoying. They are especially annoying in Anguish mode, because they get much higher level Megads. Oh, can you please stop paralyzing me? Yes, I did a full combo on that dragon there and didn't get Demon Slam once, so it's really unreliable in Anguish. I mean, it's decent experience, I guess, but I can never remember like how much more extra rare drop you get for doing Anguish 1. Oh, I didn't even notice that Lily spawned behind me there. I was very lucky. I mean, honestly, having 3 casters kind of remove a lot of difficulty anyway, just because freeze traps are so busted. He's putting lilies in really awkward places. But again, this is a random spawn quest, so you can't even like guarantee where they're going to spawn. It's plus 1% DAR and 5% RDR for Anguish 1. I mean, 5%'s not bad. I guess, you know, if you have a good party and you can still shred through things, maybe it's worth it. I personally don't really feel like the lit Anguish is really worth it because the enemies get so much harder to kill. Oh, someone just found a Nook 2000. If they ever do rebalance the weapons, I would like them to rebalance Nug. Yeah, that was our Nug. Yeah, 5% is a nice boost, but I don't know if it's worth it. I'm really not sure. Oh, here we go. Anguish Sinners. Yeah, they hurt. Oh god, they didn't drop Mazer Beam. That's terrible. I guess we're after the Sinnoh Reds mainly. I suppose V101 from Barons as well. That's nice. So I guess we want Barons and Sinnoh Reds mainly. God, yeah, one is 724 for a limb. I thought that's really good actually. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy drop rate, honestly. But again, I suppose the downside is you don't know how many Sinnoh Reds you're going to get. Yeah, that is the downside with these random spawn quests. You might get a really, really good run once, and then you get a really terrible run next time. I don't know if gelling in the Sinnohs is really worth it. Maybe it is. I suppose they do so much damage that maybe it is worth doing it. I'm quite happy with getting Barons actually because I would really like some more V101s. I've got a couple, but there's always more. Yeah, I really don't know how I feel about Anguish 1, honestly. I just feel like you could blow through mines so much faster without Anguish on. And I don't know, 5% rate, I don't know if it's worth it. The other chick are very annoying, especially the Beam. I think they're the most cheated enemy in the game. Yeah, good chicks are... They're awkward, particularly for hunters when you first get to mines, just because they don't flinch, really. The only time they flinch is if you knock them over. And they work differently to guild chicks in other difficulties. So in normal hard and very hard, if you hit a guild chick, it will 100% fall over. Whereas in ultimate, I think it's a 20% chance for them to fall over. But also the beam, yeah, sometimes they will just stand there and spam the beam over and over again, which is very annoying. It always scares me when Sinnohs actually jump over the gaps. They don't do it very often, but... Honestly, I feel like Ultimate Mines is generally just a really big difficulty step when you first get here. Obviously, at a high level, it's not as bad, but yeah, when you first get to Ultimate Mines, it is a big step up in difficulty over curves. Unless you're a Force. If you're a Force in single player, it's really not too bad because you can just blow things away. Multiplayer, you'll have problems though. Really struggle at mines. Yeah, particularly with hunters and rangers, if things get close to you, it's just the problem that things don't flinch much in mines. So if I stand near this, you can see it doesn't care about me attacking it at all. And again, it's because of that 20% chance they have to fall over. So they do fall over, it's just a much lower chance of it happening. Also, there's little differences in the AI of how the enemies work as well between single player and multiplayer. So the Sinnoh Blues, for example, in single player, they will tend to come over to you. They'll hit you a couple of times and then they'll jump back away from you. Whereas in multiplayer, they will tend to just continually keep hitting you. Okay, well, that wall is flashing, so I'm assuming that is an invisible wall. Well, I say invisible, I mean, it's not. It's clearly that wall. Yeah, the really weird thing about mines as well is that then the boss is really easy. All you need for that, with a hunter or ranger in particular, is just a weapon that can hit multiple targets, and you shred the boss. But the regular enemies are definitely a massive step up. I mean, really, caves isn't too bad at all. I think really the only issue you'll have with caves when you first get there is just, I guess it's a bit of a surprise that the lilies don't spit poison anymore. But apart from that, it's really not too bad. Okay, gelling does actually work on these. Okay. I'm amazed that no one has had a Gearborg drop yet that I've seen. Because I think it's only about 1 in 95 at the minute from the guild checks. Yeah, sometimes you get really lucky with the guild checks and they'll fall over and over again. Oh, there we go. Pika's on a Gearborg. It was going to happen eventually. I suppose the only saving grace with this quest is that the spawns don't seem too big. They're kind of manageable. I mean, I've had nothing good drop at all. Obviously, mines would not normally be this difficult. It's just because we're playing on Anguish mode, that's all. Ah, Zatara, good to see you. There's a lot of invisible walls in this quest, isn't there? Okay, I can't see a thing. Thanks, game. I think there was an enemy right on the other side of the wall, so I couldn't get in. Well, I couldn't get in far enough so my camera could see anyway. I have no idea how that shifted Ivan didn't go on Pika when I was right near him, but... Well... That was greed. That was pure greed. I was convinced I could kill that Barons before it shot again. I was wrong. I swear, every time I'm trying to do shift and devan, someone dies. You got frozen on the floor. Yeah. PSO is a totally bug-free game and always runs perfectly. Yeah, I should say while people are in chat as well, if there is anything at all you want me to cover for the games, particularly for PSO, just let me know. You know, if you're watching a stream or anything, feel free to let me know, because I do take your your suggestions into consideration as well. So faster ways to level up. I already have a video on that. Yeah, it's an awkward one leveling up. So, like, technically one of the fastest ways is to spam towards future, but it is mind-numbingly boring. And I would not recommend it at all. I'd also recommend doing like maximum attack episode 4. That's a really good experience as well. Yeah, especially solo. So if you're solo, what you can do with TTF is what called resets. So particularly at a very, very low level, one of the quickest ways to level is to do dragon resets. So you basically just do the first few enemies of TTF, kill the dragon, and then reset. It's extremely boring doing it, but it is one of the faster ways of getting early levels. I would say, like, if it was someone's first character, I would probably just say to them, just play the game. because honestly, spamming TTF will just put you off playing the game. It is very, very boring just running the same thing over and over again. So I would just say, if it was your first character, I would just run anything. Just experiment with different things and see what you like playing. Yeah, like Shadow said as well, also check the 4 weekly rotating boosts as well. So anytime there is experience boosts or anytime there's an event on that has experience boosts, those quests become even more effective, obviously. I mean, you essentially, for leveling, you essentially want either something that has a lot of bosses or something that has a really dense enemy count. Yeah, this is somewhat of a bloodbath now. What about when you enter ultimate? Because that's what I did and I feel stuck at 120. Too strong for very hard, but too weak for ultimate. I guess either do very hard episode 4. Because very hard episode 4 is probably about equivalent to ultimate episode 1 in experience. It's really, really good. Or you could do very early ultimate, so again, you could do things like TTF Dragon resets if you wanted to. Again, it's very, very boring doing that, but it is really quick experience. Unfortunately, it's just with the way that the quests are in PSO, certain quests are far more efficient for leveling than others, unfortunately. And TTF is... it's kind of the best and the worst of that. It's, you know, it's great for leveling, but it also means that a lot of people won't run anything else. Oh, Mesa beam drop. I'm so sorry. Yeah, might be worth running out the room to PB, maybe. The last couple of spawns. Yeah, this stage is pretty long. I think this is the last room. Well, I haven't said that. There is only one more spawn left. So maybe we just finish. Oh no, there is a few left. It's just that it didn't load. Oh yeah, it kind of cuts off on the map, yeah. So you have to run so far in. So there is 3 left, I think. My god, we actually did a 4-player PB. Yeah, early ultimate, particularly if it's your first character, is probably one of the harder points of the game because you kind of need some of the gear from ultimate to do well, but you can't get it because you can't kill the enemies very easily. Well done, thanks for that. It depends on your class as well, honestly. Certain classes just find it harder in early ultimate. Oh, it's so much damage. It's so much damage now. Raycast, okay. I would say just exploit the hell out of your traps. Bear in mind that in ultimate as well, with a cast, you get a bonus to freeze, confuse, and paralysis specials. So they'll be more effective in ultimate, and only ultimate. That's a really good suggestion actually as well from Disaster. Restless Lion on episode 4. That can get you some really nice drops. I know the best ones are in ultimate, but I think you can do... I think Very Hard has some okay drops. They'll get you some hit percentage weapons anyway. I feel like once we PB'd, we got all the easy spawns. Yeah, another thing I would suggest is if you have any foot on crystals, run Dangerous Deal with Black Paper, or, well, I think it's called Black Paper's Deal on Ephinea. That is a really, really easy way of getting some really nice weapons. They'll have 0% on them, but it lets you get things like Spread Needle and so on. If you're a Ranger, so... Oh, no worries, Drac. No, that's fine. Yeah, we did alright. Spread Needle is the only reason I feel semi-comfortable running Ultimate with people. Yeah, Spread Needle is a godsend for Ranger early on. Really, I mean, you only really swatch of Spread Needle when you get to, like, S-rank needles. I mean, I used Spread Needle until very, very recently. I've only stopped using it now because I have, like, a Hell Needle and a Demon's Needle. We had 30 Sinner Reds and 11 Baronses. That's not bad. Oh, Irene tells you the spawn date. That's cool. That's really useful, actually. So I suppose if you are hunting something, you can keep track of how many you've killed. Well, then what percents are on this Silence Claw? It's not even worth taking. Yeah, obviously the numbers will be different each run on there, but it lets you keep track of what you're doing, I guess. Got 2 BDs. I got a Silence Claw and 2 HP materials. We're doing well. Also, yeah, Valentine's lobbies, by the way. It's getting better. Yeah, you got 1 PD in the first run, 2 in the second run. Yeah, 16,000% is not bad. So I think I might switch character, I think, because I know we've got a few Rangers, so I might switch over. You like this room very much. Yeah, this is the lobby from PSO Episode 3 Card Revolution, but they added it on Ephinea as a lobby. Doesn't normally have the hearts, obviously, that's the Valentine's thing, but yeah, this is normally the Episode 3 Card Revolution lobby. Yeah, we can do Exard. Just let me switch character though, because I kind of want to break from playing a Ranger. If we're doing Exard, I might just bring my Huniwell because I haven't played it for a long time. Yeah, let's change the outfit up as well. There really are some horrible Huniwell outfits. Yeah, I'll go with the other purple one. I'll also change hair as well. Yeah, that works. Yeah, this is like a normal PSO lobby. So this is this is your lobby from like GameCube, Xbox, and Blueburst. Then you've got, I think, is it about lobby 12? This is like your Dreamcast lobbies. And then we use 21, which is the Ep3 lobby. Alright, so how many we got? Is there still people in the party? Okay, they're still in there. I like how there's a challenge game just called Dead Force. I mean, that is kind of the Ep2 challenge mode experience, to be fair. Particularly with the Hunual. Sorry, with the Funual, sorry. So I think, do we have, is it 4 at the minute? So I think Vectroid is AFK. So yeah, we could do an Exard run maybe. Do we have any like, recommended ID? Oh, I guess Drax made, okay. Oh, God, was that an Anguish 3? Yeah, maybe not Anguish 3. I know I'm a level 200 character, but yeah. That's better. So we have a Viridia Exard game with 2 slots. It's our old party. Yeah, Huni and Hucast, exactly, yeah. Why is everyone on a cast today? Ah, yeah. Because of the forecast. Let's see what he did there. Well, let's have a laugh. How many kills are on the CLJ sword? I'm pretty sure it's less than 1,000. $639 kills. It's nowhere near. Okay, well, at least the lilies don't have, like, crazy broken Megid now. Get the game's best sword, I'm jealous. I would say that, but mine has no attributes at all. Wouldn't do it for like 20 years, no attributes. And it's not even good. I mean, it's good once it's unsealed, I guess. Well, I mean, it has high attack power, that's about it. May as well get a couple of kills for it. My Dark Flow is much better. Yeah, Dark Flow is really, really good. Mine is good because I used it on a 75 hit caliber. Yeah, the Tsumikiwa J sword, so once you've unsealed the sealed J, it's got really good attack power. I think it's about 750 something, I think, which is really nice. The special is, it's an interesting one. I don't know if it's necessarily great. Yeah, it's probably a little bit of an underwhelming weapon for how rare it is, but it's still cool. But yeah, this the hunt for the CLJ, Adrian. Yeah, it took forever. I know most people know, like, because they were probably here when it dropped, but yeah, it took me like on and off 20 years. I didn't play consistently for 20 years, obviously, but yeah. I think I killed about, I think it was about 10 or 11,000 GGUs. I was more just relieved when it dropped that the hunt was over. Oh, Curse of Mahu. Yeah, big, huge drops. Yeah, Dark Flow is really nice. It's just, it's a little bit awkward to use. You have to play very, very risky. Yeah, we do seem to be getting just like way more junk drops. Oh, Drax got Dark Flow. I might try as well. I mean, I will end up getting myself killed. It's rare drops week, yeah. It's rare drops, but bad rare drops week, I think. Okay, that should be low enough. Can I get it off without getting killed? Oh, I got a flame visit. I mean, that's something. I mean, it's not good, but it's something. I'm gonna die. Problem with Dark Flow is you get far too greedy. I mean, it's very, very good. But you will die using it. Because apparently all we had to do was start calling out the res, and then the res actually started dropping. Oh, thanks for the gift sub, Ziggy. Much appreciated. Oh, no, I really don't want to be using Dark Flow on that spawn. That's a really bad idea. For that reason. Good luck today. Yeah, all we found so far is just a lot of Mahus and Silence Claws. Maybe just get a Flame Visit, but I mean, Flame Visit still isn't good. I'm still trying to figure out if I like the Anomalous Ordeal quests or not. They're just so unreliable, but the episode 1 seemed okay because we did seem to get quite a few Sinnohs. 50 hit Skyly card, I hope not. I mean, it won't in this run at least, so we're safe from it in this run. Oh, fought and drop. Yeah, at some point I really need to put some work in and actually unseal this SGS. Yeah, thanks again for those gift subs, Ziggy, much appreciated. This quest's insane. Yeah, this has some pretty big spawns. Oh, another flame visit drop. I mean, realistically, I should probably let the Bull Claw split, honestly, just for the weapon drop chance, I guess. Although, I guess we're not playing Skyly, so maybe not worth it. Although I suppose we are on Viridia, so that'd be more shots. I mean, hey, if anything, at least I'm getting a couple of sealed JSR kills. I just realised, yeah, that Asimova is dead in the last room. He got beat up by a claw. Is it an invisible claw that we can't see? It might be. They do desync really, really badly. It's the silence claw. I'm just going to open a pipe here because this room's a bit spicy. In the first game we did, me and Pico were getting insta-jib at the same time by a single mirror carol. Yeah, mirror carols just don't follow the rules though. I was so tempted to go for Dark Floor there, but then I remembered that all the bringers were spawning. That would probably be a terrible idea. Yeah, we'll say you do realise kind of how bad sealed JSOD actually is. It's really not good. Maybe if I had like 100 hit and I could hit things with the Hell Special, maybe it'd be good then. Can you stop interrupting me? For the rarity, it really isn't great. Yeah, it's a real shame. There's a lot of weapons like that in PSO as well. I mean, I think as sealed J sword, I'm pretty sure it's about as strong as a chain sword, maybe even a bit weaker. It wasn't the SGS that was good, but the friends we made along the way. It was. I mean, at least it's got a lot of attack power when you unseal it. That's something. I mean, it's still probably not going to be as good as like a Berserk caliber with hit. Sonic time. I'm not sure what's happened here. Yeah, I'll just boost. Sounds like the weapon got the indirect episode 4 nerf. I think it's the same with a lot of weapons, honestly. I think when Blueburst launched, the stuff in episode 4 was just so much better, unfortunately. They didn't really think of balancing much, I don't think. We're trying for the instant kill. It's not happening. Oof. It's simple things like Lavis Cannon and so on, you know. Obviously Lavis is just so far behind things like Excalibur. I don't think I've ever seen anything good drop from this room. Ever. Which is insane given how many enemies there is. Reminds me that I need another Syncester. Honestly, that's one of the even worst things about Lavis, the fact that, like, to make it into the other weapons that are somewhat useful, and even then they're not brilliant, you need more uber rare drops. I mean, 1 in 1500 for every one-on-one is nice, but yeah, once again, nothing. Yeah, it's a red drop boost, yeah. As long as those rares are Silence Claws or Mahoos. You can roll with SGS, I can roll with a Reno 5 and see who insta-kills first. I would assume you, because you've actually got accuracy. So Drak is going for the risky strat, which is basically hoping that the invincibility activates and hoping that Dalryley doesn't do the wave at the start. I admire it though. So I'm pretty sure he always does like the purple wave thing at the start. Let's see if it pays off for him. Oh, he dodged it. Did he get invincibility? He did. think I got the reviving time. Yeah, that was quick. Yeah, if anyone wants a flame visit, I'm dropping it because I already have one with hit. Imagine if that was a 70 hit. I can assure you that a 75 hit die flow is very, very nice. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I've already got a flame visit with hit anyway, so... It's one weapon I wish was better. You know, it's really cool. It's like, you know, a little flamethrower weapon, but it's just not that good. I think even when you upgrade it to Burning Visit, I still don't know if it's any good then. I don't remember anyone ever saying it's good. As long as I've ever actually tried one. Right, do you have anything? Oh, charge Vulcans with no hit. You were so close. I'm almost convinced it's a myth having charge Vulcans with hit in the shop. I've never seen them. I think I saw them once on GameCube. I've never had them show up on Ephinea ever. Which is insane given how many runs I've done. Yeah, make sure you talk to Irene when you finish because you'll get a random material. Right, go on. What did I get? Evade. Ugh. Oh yeah, I'll show that. Yeah, since I'm here, Mythsk, yeah. Again, this is another thing that Sky's Not the Limit posted. I had no idea this was a thing. I know there's a Pioneer 2 map in episode 2, but I did not realise there's one in episode 1 as well. You might have to wait a little bit. But basically there'll be a lift that comes up here. And there's a little map in the back of it. It's kind of hard to see, but get the camera right. I could even use the free cam, I guess. Yeah, let's do that actually, because that might be easier. Yeah, so when the lift comes up, if you look inside the lift, there's a little map of Pioneer 2. Here it comes. So you see it on the back? There's a little like floor plan of Pioneer 2. I'll show it one more time in case you missed it. I think it should come from the bottom, yeah. Oh, there you go. I'll be honest, I had no idea that was a thing. Yeah, there was a lot of kind of funny out of bounds stuff that was showing up as well. Like when you warp to, I think it's when you warp to the principal's office. This is actually like a completely different part of the actual map. So you're not warping just like above Pioneer 2. Like this room here is basically in a completely different part of the map area. It's really, really funny watching it actually and seeing like how they get around some things in the game. Yeah, there is also a map in episode 2 as well. I think it's more or less behind you as soon as you warp in. What's the best way to farm TP materials? Oof. With great difficulty. I honestly don't think there is a great way to farm them. I mean, I think you can get them as a random material from completing Exard, but that's obviously not the fastest way to get them. I guess some of the exchange shops maybe, like during events, might give you them. Yeah, you can get them from Gallon's shop as well, but it's still not a quick farm though. Yes, you can get them from, is it the roulette, from the Lucky Coin roulette? But even then, it's RNG whether you get them. And it still requires you running a Phantasmal World quest to get the coins, so I honestly don't know if there is a good way of farming with TP materials. Generally, I would say just don't worry about maxing them out, or just buy them from someone else, because they are horrendous to get. Been doing Rappy's whole day point farming, but only because I still need a bit of the other materials for other characters. Yeah, that's another way. But yeah, honestly, there just isn't really a good way of farming TP materials, unfortunately. Yeah, the 50-hit Shock Vulcan in the shop. So if we combine our shops... Ep4, Galatine... yeah, I'm down to do an Ep4 run. I would just say for this run, try and switch the parties around a bit, just so I'm mixing people up a bit more. Oh, we have a Minsk. Yeah, TP materials are just a nightmare to get, unfortunately. How many are in the lobby? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. I think Vectroid is AFK. So maybe 7? Yeah, no worries, Drac yet. Ah, 6 now. I think as Pokemon changed character or something. Alright, well, I will jump in here. Oh, great music pick, by the way. Kind of sad to join the party now. Yeah, I would say don't worry if you can't play PSO during the Valentine's event. It really isn't that big a deal. I was really scared there because I thought I'd lost my 3 out of 4 Flowers I used to have, but I put her in another character, I'm sure. Think of all the Mahus you're missing out on. I mean, it's a low bar, isn't it? Like, I would hope we find something more than that. Needs a default on mag. Yeah, the rate for that mag sale is probably pretty decent at the minute, I would have thought. Because I think it's normally, is it 1 in 32, I think, normally? The only downside is it's just farming Olgaflow, isn't it, is a pain, because there really isn't a good quest for it. You know, RT is kind of your best option, but it still takes a while to get to him. am going to get the instant kill on something. It's going to happen. Well, something has to get instant kill. There we are, we got one. Personally gotten 33 Hildeberts from farming TTF experience so far. I hope the bank clerk doesn't think I'm weird. It's actually, I've never even thought of that. That's a really weird thing, isn't it? Can you imagine you just have your entire storage just full of animal heads? I never thought about how weird that sounds. Man, PSO hunters are psychopaths. I mean, you say taxidermy, yeah, I mean... Yeah, what are you going to do? Just mount all the Hildebert heads on the wall? 33 of them. Would it be even weirder if they're all from a VR simulation? Yeah, again, you know, this does raise some slight issues with the story of episode 2, doesn't it? Yeah, are your drops even real if you got them from a VR simulation? Okay, I got a lizard. Honestly, Ep 2 is just a very strange episode. I feel like it starts really, really weak. But then the second half of Ep 2, once you actually get onto Galdeval, is really, really good. I mean, I like Temple and Spaceship, it's just that it feels like a weird choice having half of the story just being a VR simulation. They use the GM to make them real. Yeah, they're all made from card technology. And that is some chunky rappies. I love the fat rappies thing in PSO. Like, there is no reason for it at all. They do nothing different. They don't drop anything different. They don't do anything different. They're just fat. It's even better when you get a fat rare rappy. It's incredibly hard to get, but it does happen. Congratulations for getting possibly the worst weapon in the entire game. Aesthetics is a thing. It is. Speaking of aesthetics, Tanegashima looks cool. I wish it was better. I wish there was some use for it. You already said it, yeah, it was a Tanegashima drop. If you don't know what it is, particularly if you haven't played Blueburst, it is a rifle that looks like a musket. It actually does look cool, but it can't combo, it's not particularly strong, and I don't think it has a special. But it's a musket. There is actually, I mean, think about it, there is a lot of weapons in PSO that are just useless. I mean, hell, there are entire weapon types that are pretty useless. They're man weapons. I must get one of them for my collection, nice. It's a real shame because it looks good. It does look cool. It seemed like a great idea on paper. Do you know why it's called Tanegashima? I mean, I was just going to say that the actual musket was called that, but is there another reason? Yeah, I like the whole, it seemed like a great idea on paper. Who'd have thought that having a rifle that can't combo and has no special is a bad weapon? It's the island where the Portuguese who introduced them first landed their ships. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, that makes sense, yeah, because I know Shima is like the word for island. Oh yeah, good point, yeah. I forgot about this spawn. We did it. Hi, Commander Carrot, good to see you. It is very weird with Dorfons and Delbiters that you can use Gift to stop that initial charge, but you can't use it to stop any of the other charges. It's like they just stop caring about Gift after a while. It's an island below Nagasaki, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I said, I know that Shima is the word for island, but yeah, I didn't know that it was actually, that's the reason why it's called that. Thank you for the history lesson, though. You teach me law, I teach you history. Sounds good. Oh, I got excited there because I heard a red drop noise as a Pyrogoran died, but it's a Snake Spire drop. Again, Snake Spire, one of those weapons that actually does look cool. My understanding is it's kind of based on the Zhang Fei's weapon from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Or Dynasty Warriors if you're that way inclined. But again, it's just kind of let down by just not being particularly good. I think it has Unreduced Dark as a special. I mean, it's unreduced, so I mean, it's not terrible. It's a usable weapon, but yeah. Fun fact about Snake Spire, actually, I was one of the first people on the Sega server, on the Western server, to find that weapon. As in, I was literally one of the first people to find it and show pictures of it. And if you go on PSO World's item database, you'll see my character holding it. Along with a lot of the other item database, to be fair. But because I remember when I found it, we had to do a load of testing with the weapon to try and figure out what the special was. So we knew it was an instant kill special, but we were trying to figure out what tier of instant kill it was. So obviously, didn't have any information on this, so we had to just kind of test it all. I'd say congrats, but it's a Snake Spire. I mean, it was kind of a big deal at the time. I mean, I can't remember what the stats are like on this compared to other partisans. Obviously, I know Yun Chang's stronger. I can't remember how Snake Spire compares to others now. Yeah, it was just like when episode 4 launched, pretty much everything that was new. You know, people had to kind of figure out what it did. You know, a lot of the information that we know now is only possible because of people finding stuff on the original server and then experimenting with it all. You are pioneers. I think it's 780 equip requirement, isn't it? I think it has 780 attack power. 290 to 310. That's not bad for a partisan. You know, partisans are generally quite a weak weapon type, so 290 to 310 is not too bad. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Yeah, so Yun Chang is 300, 350. Obviously, Yun Chang does have the advantage of having Berserk as well. Yeah, I'm not going to say it was a big deal back in the day finding that, but it was cool being one of the first people to find something. I want to say maybe I was one of the first to find Lieutenant Mantle as well, possibly. Because I know I found that really early as well. Oh, Flame Garments. So close to Ignition Cloak. I don't actually know. So, Flame Garment. Does that boost fire attacks at all? I'm pretty sure I know it gives like fire resistance, but I don't know if Flame Garment actually boosts anything. It doesn't. That's so disappointing for something called Flame Garment. Oh, it's the one with the fire animation. Okay, fair enough. Oh, at least it has a visual effect. That's something. In the days before people did the YouTube thing. Exactly, yeah. It was basically just people on message boards trying to figure out what was dropping. Wait, Flame Garment is a Greenhill exclusive. It's such a weird thing to be an exclusive, isn't it? It has 5 fire resist. It may be because it sets you on fire, it makes you less resistant to fire because you're burning. I mean, it's fashion, I guess, you know. It gives you a cool visual effect. That's something. I have no idea what the stats are like on it. Maybe the stats are okay. Perfect when you play a Burning Rangers music disc. Full cosplay commitment, yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair with PSO, I suppose there's a lot of gear that, you know, it might be usable, might not be meta gear, but you kind of use it just because it's cool. I mean, you know, Sango and Yasha, I suppose, is a good example of that. Sango and Yasha is not amazing. I mean, it's usable, but it is also completely outclassed by Jizai. And to be fair, pretty much every single target melee weapon is completely outclassed by a pair of mechs. Yeah, it is kind of disgusting in PSO like how overpowered mechs are compared to everything else. Alright, let's see what we get. So it's not Rare Monster Week. I was kind of expecting to get Kondryu. That's good though, because we actually want Sam Million on Greeno. That Hunters just shred that phase. Unfortunately, I'm kind of terrible for this next phase. You're gonna die a lot, no worries. If you want to stay back, that's fine, Pika, because I know you probably won't be able to survive the beam, I'm guessing. I mean, I'll see how those two do in there. I can run in if I need to. Oof. Did you get the spinners? No worries, it happens. I'm so used to just everyone running in and fighting the boss, but I mean, it is probably better to do it this way. Here we go. Yeah, that seemed very quick. I still does have one left, I think. Yeah, level 98 for World is like not good here. You just don't have the health. Wait, has he got two left? Yeah, he does, yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay, I need to move. Oh god, Peak is down again. Oh wait, the boss is coming over as well. Family Guy dead pose. Yeah, he is acting very strange. I think it's desynced. It is acting kind of weird. Alright, please go away missiles, thank you. Unfortunately, I don't think we got anyone that can do the wiggle. Nah, no one got knocked down at the end. That's unfortunate. You give emotional support, and that's all that mattered. No wiggle and no Valentine by the looks of things either. Yeah, so that's Rare Drop Week. I mean, I guess I'll pick some of the armors up. Yeah, it is really rough there with the low level character because a lot of his attacks do fixed damage. So in the day, you know, if you don't have the health to survive the fixed damage attacks, you're just never going to survive them regardless of what happens. Got a fort and dropping a fort on Crystal, that's not bad. I'd take that. I got a Snake Spire. I'll just team point that I've got a better one. Well, we tried to get something to drop, and PSO was saying nothing. I suppose we saw a Mazer Beam drop, which I know is not good, but at least it's something vaguely interesting. Still don't want one, but... Well, an attempt was made. That's about all I can say there. I think the issue is at the minute, because I'm not playing PSO much, I just never really tried, you know, never really do enough runs to get anything now. Yeah, I think we'll probably play PSO a lot more mainly during the Easter event, I think, will be the next sort of main grind on PSO. And then obviously during the anniversary as well, when that happens in August. And we'll probably keep playing it during rare drop weeks as well, because, you know, there's always a chance. I actually need to think about what I want to go for during the anniversary, because I've really got no idea what I want to hunt. I mean, it's still a few months off yet, like, so there's certainly no rush. I do kind of feel like I need to find a Lavis and a Heaven Punisher to sort of finish the quadrilogy of Ubers. Heart of SS Swords is interesting. I just don't like the hunt for it. I really don't like hunting Milkweeks. I did it a lot on the official Sega servers when I hunted Yasha. I mean, it's quick hunts, but it's just really boring. Tried to get a Psycho one last year, but ended up empty-handed. So trying again this year. What ID were you trying to find it on? Yeah, I suppose that's the thing about the SS Swords drop, isn't it? It is basically trying to find the Yasha drop again, but at an easier rate. Oh, you want to try and find SGS next anniversary? I mean, I'll help out as much as I can. Try to get out, but they keep pulling me back in. Purple Num, many ob lilies were murdered last year. Yeah, I would definitely go with either blue, full, or purple. I guess you could go Oran as well. It depends how averse you are to doing resets, I suppose. You know, PW4 resets on Oran or PW3 runs, I guess, or anything with Delbites, I suppose, for blue full. For what it's worth, I found mine on Purple Num, but I know Drac found his on blue full. We did also get a white ill drop for it last anniversary as well, which is, yeah, that's the one in like 300k drop from my Del Lily. Someone managed to get it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting next anniversary, I think, because obviously they're massively changing how they do it, so we're going to lose the MA quests. I'm interested to see what they do to replace them, but I just hope they don't ruin the anniversary event, because it was by far the best time to hunt things. But yeah, we'll find out close to the time, I guess. And we've got to get through the Easter event first, so... But yeah, for the Psycho ones, like I said, blue full is really, really good. Orion isn't bad. Purple it's a little bit of a scam because obviously you are reliant on the rare enemy showing up. But I suppose it is really fast killing Lily, so again, so yeah, I think personally, I think blue full is probably the best drop overall. But I did find mine on purple, so. Yeah, there'll be no forest spamming this year. I mean, forest might feature in some of the quests, but the impression I got is that they're going to try and mix things up, so it might not just be forest. But again, that is a while off yet. That's not till August, so we have plenty of other Phantasy Star coming up, and the Easter event on Blueburst as well, which should be about April, I would have thought. You got 166 Scape Dolls farming for the Psycho 1 during anniversary. Had to make a mule to store them all. I just stopped picking them up at some point. What I'll tend to do is I'll just keep an eye on how many I've got, and if I feel like I'm starting to get a bit low, I'll start picking them up again. Yeah, I agree, Peter. I think people are always going to try and optimize everything, and we'll try and find whatever is the most optimal route to get stuff, but that's kind of the nature of the game, honestly. You know, that's why the most efficient SGS hunt is to just reset PW4 over and over again, you know? I don't blame people for trying to, you know, make the runs efficient, because, you know, the hunts are hard enough because of the drop rates, so if anything you can do to make it easier is going to help. Yeah, again, that's not for a few months yet, so we don't need to worry about it yet. Just interested to see what they do. Yeah, I think we'll probably call things there for today, I think. That 3 hours has gone very, very quickly. So just to recap, so there will be a video going live. That'll go live tomorrow. It's going to go live to everyone at the same time. I know previously I had like a 1 week thing for members, where members will get a 1 week preview of the video first. For that going forward, I'm going to judge it video by video. So some of them will get a 1 week, some of them won't. Just so there's not too long gap really between videos. Time does fly when you're having fun. Or time flies when you're not getting any rare drops. So yeah, that video will go live tomorrow. That's an NGS video covering the new Neon City update. And just my impressions of it as well. and just a brief guide to how it works. There will be a stream on Wednesday. That'll be from Mission 3 again. And then next Sunday, we will do another Phantasy Star stream. I need to decide what to do. Yeah, that is the really disappointing thing with Neon City, the fact I didn't change it. I did mention that in the video, to be fair. You can't have a map that's a Neon City at night and not use the Neon Nights music. I don't know how they missed that, but they did. I mean, I like the Nameless City music, it's good, but it was a perfect opportunity for Neon Nights. But hey, maybe we'll get it in future. But yeah, next Sunday stream will be a Phantasy Star one. I need to decide which one to play. I need to see what's going on the different servers, I suppose, and try and figure out. It won't be PSO because it'll be Experience Week next week, so, and I've got no real interest in playing during Experience Week. Yeah, we'll figure out. Maybe 0, yeah, I mean, I'll see when we did 0 last, because I try and sort of balance it out so there's not too long between each game. Yeah, 2 people have said 0 now, so maybe we do 0. It feels like a few weeks since I've done 0, so maybe. At some point as well, I keep saying this, but at some point I want to try Nova. I need to really find that and give it a try. I don't even know if Nova can be done multiplayer though. No idea. But we'll go into that. But yeah, we will end there for today anyway, so as always, thank you for watching. Thanks again to Ziggy for all the gift subs earlier. And thanks for all the follows as well, much appreciated. If you have enjoyed the stream, please consider either liking, subscribing, join as a member if you want to. You can follow or sub on X or Bluesky. And I do have a Discord server you can join as well, so feel free to join that as well. Should be a link to that in the description or underneath the player on Twitch. Yeah, whatever you're doing, have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys on, well, there'll be a video tomorrow, and then see you guys on Wednesday for the Front Mission stream. So yeah, see you then. Bye guys.